Welcome to the Magic Channel.
All right, today we're going to crack open a really fascinating and kind of mysterious text called the Ballad of the Three Wizards. It tells this incredible story of these powerful, star-born beings who just showed up on Earth. And we're going to pull it apart piece by piece to see if we can figure out what's really going on at its core. So the poem kicks off with these amazing lines. And right away, the scale is just huge, right? Cosmic, starborn. That's not just some flowery language. It's our first big clue about where they're from. They came from a place so far away we can't even imagine it. And then they passed. What does that even mean? Were they just visiting, or is it something else? And that's really the heart of it, isn't it? These are the big questions that the ballad makes you ask. This isn't just a history lesson. It's a genuine puzzle. Who were these travelers from the stars? And if they're gone, what mark did they leave on the world? This is what we're going to try and figure out. Okay, let's start at the very beginning, their origin story. The poem actually drops some really specific and super intriguing clues about who or maybe what they are. Okay, so check out this contradiction right away. How can you be a newborn race if you've been traveling for countless eons? It suggests that our idea of being born just doesn't apply here. Maybe they were newly formed when they got to Earth, but their actual essence is ancient, practically timeless. You know, what's really interesting is how the poet is super clear about what they are not. They're not gods, they're not men, and they're not demons. By ruling all that out, we're forced to see them as something totally unique, a category all their own. They are star-born sorcerers, masked in triple might, and that little detail is going to be important later. And here it is. This is a huge piece of the puzzle. Their arrival wasn't random. It wasn't an accident. Some kind of purpose brought them here. And whatever that purpose was, it meant they had to disguise themselves, to look like us, to walk among us. So this wasn't a friendly visit. It was more like an infiltration. So you have these incredibly powerful, ancient beings. How in the world did they manage to blend in with regular people? Well, that brings us to their amazing disguise. Wow, what a line. Borrowed flesh. That is just chilling. This wasn't some simple magic trick. They were physically wearing humanity like a costume, a cloak, a temporary shell that let them hide in plain sight, all while holding on to all of their power. And their camouflage was, well, perfect. They were totally hidden sorcerers, moving through the world like ghosts. No one could see them for what they truly were. Their power wasn't just about brute force. It was a secret art of being invisible, of being completely undetectable. But you know, that kind of secrecy can't last forever, and this is the turning point in the whole story. After all this time hiding, something happens. Some kind of event, a convergence, that makes them drop the act. The living stars are finally about to show themselves. And this brings us to the big climax of the ballad. The masks are coming off. For the very first time, we get to see what these three wizards really look like. Three. Just three of them. Not an army, not a legion, a specific, powerful trio. Remember that line about being masked in triple might? Well, this is it. This is the payoff. So the first one to be revealed is a queenly beetle vast. I mean, just picture that for a second. It's not just a giant insect. The poem says it's queenly, something regal, huge, and so powerful it could shake the midnight air. An ancient, almost royal kind of horror. Next up, found deep in the woods, is a tusk-born boar. This form just screams primal strength, right? Pure, untamed ferocity, something connected to the deepest, wildest parts of the world. And finally, the third one, a fox aflame with red. This one feels totally different. It's all about cunning, trickery, maybe even a kind of fiery magic. So you've got this incredible trio, ancient royalty, raw power, and sharp intelligence. And here's the kicker. They're not just monsters or aliens. The ballad calls them deathless forms. They're immortal. And then the poem just hammers home that central mystery one last time. Their purpose is dark, and we mortals will never understand it. So the masks are off. Everyone knows what they are. What happens next? What did they do? Well, the final part of the poem tells us exactly what kind of mark they left on the world. They stopped hiding and they started ruling. They took over everything. They built up massive treasures from kingdoms that were already in ruins. They sat on golden thrones, and they controlled everything from the swamps to the villages. They basically became kings. But, and this is the line that changes absolutely everything, their rule had a terrible, terrible cost. This isn't a story about great kings. It's parasitic. Their thrones, their treasures, their very lives. It was all fueled by feeding on the blood and memory of the land. It suggests they weren't just conquerors. They were erasing what was there before, draining the life and history out of the world to sustain themselves. So what are we left with here? Is the Ballad of the Three Wizards just a cool fantasy story about some alien conquerors? Or is it something more, like a timeless warning? A warning about powerful forces that can hide right in front of us, wearing familiar faces, all while they quietly drain the life out of everything around them. What do you think?
Thank you for watching.